Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 326 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Today we are continuing with our No Nonsense November tip and tool of the day, and today's is self-discipline, practicing self-discipline. It's number 21 in our series, and they're not in any particular order. I just randomly created a list, and I'm talking about each thing every day. I did 35. I don't know if I'll go and do all 35. I just was going to do it for November, but today self-discipline is a really powerful topic and a really powerful thing. And I really hate to say this, but I think the vast majority of human beings do not exercise it. They do not practice it, at least not consistently across the board. I'm guilty of this as well. I am super duper disciplined in some areas of my life, and other areas, absolute total chaos. I think of wardrobe management, clothes management. I am terrible. It's just absolute chaos. But uh, exercising, taking care of myself, and again, that wasn't always so either. Uh, I go in the streets. I do a really, really good job, and then I'll fall off the wagon, so to speak, with respect to eating healthily. Here's an example. My daughter recently told me about a strategy or a practice, a habit, if you may, of not eating after dark, not eating after 4:30, and the positive impacts it has on inflammation and on our health. Now, I'm a lifelong person that has had challenges with inflammation, so it's probably a good thing for me to try. So I said, okay, I'm going to try this. I did it one day, and then the next 2 days, it fell apart. So that's an example of self-discipline. It's going to require me to hold myself accountable to doing that in order to make it happen for the mass majority of time, just like any other habit. Now, our tool today is an app called Habitica, and I've used it. I've tried it out, and I'll give you my honest opinion. And it might work for you, but to me, it is too time consuming, and I don't want to spend my time and energy playing a game on somebody else's app that's not advancing my goals and objectives and helping me to be more self-disciplined. Now, early on, it was like having a Fitbit, although a Fitbit's actually easier because it creates all the reports and things for you. It just tracks everything automatically. This you have to do yourself. You have to go in and set up tasks and set up things. And it's great because it has a supportive community. It's got gamification, so it's fun for a lot of people. It has got the ability to customize it, to work on what is important to you in different areas and aspects of your life. For me, it's still more structure than I want. I want to create my own structure. I don't want to use someone else's. It does help build self-discipline, right? And it rewards you for doing the things that you say you're going to do. So if you have a hard time keeping your word to yourself and being committed to yourself and doing what you say you're going to do, it is a great beginner tool to help you hold yourself accountable, and also get the support of a community, and also get that little, sugar buzz from completing tasks. I guess I'm old enough that I'm past the sugar buzz for completing tasks phase, and I want to get more focus on my results. So it's a great tool. It's a great beginner tool. It's a great tool if you love playing games and gamification, because you can kind of justify playing games and achieving your goals at the same time. It helps us to build self-discipline by holding us accountable to doing what we say we're going to do. To me, self-discipline is just about creating habits that support what it is that you want in life in different areas and aspects of your life, and then making them automatic, but making them automatic to the point where you don't have to have something that you're tracking all the time. Now, I've been through a lot of different areas and aspects of my life where I required tracking. I mean, early on when I was trying to eat right and take care of myself, and from a diet and exercise and pain reduction standpoint, I had to track everything. I had to keep track of what I ate, how much hydration I got, things like that. But once I turned those things into a habit, then I didn't have to track it anymore. However, I will admit, sometimes I get out, or one of my good habits will get waylaid by life, and I'll have to use those same tracking tools to get myself back on track. Here's an example. Water, drinking enough water. Most of us human beings do not drink or consume enough water and hydration to support good cellular function and bodily function within us. And I'll go in streaks of that too. Like, I noticed this last week, I haven't been drinking my 8 glasses of water a day. Why? life's crazy and chaotic right now, as it sometimes is. And I just stopped putting my glass in the same place every day where I'd walk by it and take a drink of water every day. So now all I need to do is go back to that. What I used to do when I first started doing that is I would keep a little post-it note by where I kept my glass. And every time I could finish a glass of water and refilled it, I put a little hash mark to make sure I got my 8 glasses of water a day, or whatever it is for you. I figured out the amount of ounces I needed for me that made me feel right and good and healthy. And that's the number that it worked out to be for the size glass that I've got. Anyway, that's an aside. But my whole point is, if you make good practices habits, then you just do them automatically. I'm that way about meditation, breathing, journaling, things like that. I've just made them a habit where I built them into my schedule for a while until they're just a part of my identity and they're who I am, and I do them automatically. And then I don't need an outside tracker to be knowing that I did the thing that I said I was going to do. So that's it. If you haven't checked out Habitica, I recommend that you do. I find it a little old-fashioned, and the graphics and the technology a little out of date. Again, just my opinion. It would have to be something that really got my attention and really sucked me in and made me feel rewarded and fun for me to adopt something like that. But for you, if, like I said, if it's new and you're not used to holding yourself accountable, and sometimes you'll promise and say you're going to do things and take care of yourself, and then you actually don't do it because life gets busy and in the way and you don't make yourself a priority, I think it's a great tool to start out and use to do that, hold yourself accountable. All right, so our action item today is to practice self-discipline. Share in the comments below one way that you are going to practice self-discipline today. If I can help you anyway, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.